some of you guys feel guilty after partying, but when I do, I always feel like, well, I've been working so hard and I felt like there was a reason behind why I did it, and people need balance in life. So, and today we're going to talk about how to recover from a bender. Jokes aside, I mean, it's not like we bend every single time. We actually just came back. Well, Kevin and I just came back from ADE along with the team. If anyone that doesn't know what ADE is, it's Amsterdam dance event, which is like, I would say the biggest electronic music conference gathering, multi-day festival in the world in terms of just all the stuff that's going on between all the different music genres. It's not just house and techno. It's, there's everything in between: trance, EDM, drum and bass. We even saw a protest parade going hard on the psytrance as well too. So yeah, it was intense. And, obviously we're there to take meetings on with PR companies, with agents, with managers. But at the same time, I mean, let's not kid ourselves. It is also an Amsterdam dance event. So we definitely went out every single night we were there, and a little bit of good time. And it's taking us quite a bit, but it got me thinking, like, wow, it's not the same as before in terms of the recovering. And I wanted to use this opportunity to kind of give everyone here an opportunity, including the viewers, some tips and tricks in terms of how you recover after partying, after bending.
Just a quick thing though.
Yeah.
Where hopefully they were protesting psytrance.
I mean, there was all sorts of music. It was like heavy techno. It was like multiple like truck parades and stuff, and like there was all sorts of music. Yeah, but it was heavy.
Yeah. So recovering from a bender, huh?
Yeah. Tips and tricks, man.
What was your tips and tricks?
Well, I guess I'll start. I mean, for me, lately, it's getting back to the gym and then eating healthy. I know it sounds very cliche, but like really, right? I mean, it's like you kind of just destroyed your body, not sleeping, not really eating, and so what your body really needs is nutrients. So a lot of fruit juices, and just understand when you need rest still as well, not forcing it. And just understand that, hey, it was something that you worked hard for. I think that's one little mental trick that I have to not feel so bad. I don't know if some of you guys feel guilty after partying, but when I do, I always feel like, well, I've been working so hard, and I felt like there was a reason behind why I did it, and people need balance in life. So that's sort of my tips and tricks, and just to eat eat all the nutrients that were sucked away, and getting more sleep. I mean, and taking supplements, 5-HTP, fish oil, all these things help.
Yeah. I literally just cancel the next day. I stay in bed, I watch Netflix the whole day. I order something delicious for supper, or I go out for sushi, and then I'm good to go the next day. That's literally, that's exactly what I do. I'll go out, and I come home at depending what time the next day in the morning.
Right.
Sleep, watch Netflix the entire day, order food, or go for sushi, and I'm good to go.
That sounds so comforting.
I know.
I mean,
that's my thing. Just be as comfortable as possible.
Right.
The next day.
Right.
Yeah.
How about you, Kevin?
Yeah. Oh, great. It's my microphone. Okay, thank you. Sorry, guys. Yeah, for me personally, after just years of partying and whatnot, I kind of figured out. Well, I have figured out my limits, and I've also established discipline. I know it's kind of funny for partying, but I've established the discipline of just knowing my limits, and just once I hit that limit, I just stop myself. And then the recovery part is also one. It's kind of a discipline thing too. It's not really fun, but in the past, I've done the whole thing of just not doing anything and just sitting there and just letting myself veg out. And I found that actually makes it harder for me to recover. So what I usually do now is that as soon as everything's done, when I wake up, I just go back into normal mode. I just start doing whatever chores I need to do. I actually force myself to do a light workout. I'll try to eat, nothing crazy, but it's telling my body, like, hey, you got to get back to normal, and you can't just sit around and do nothing all day, because that causes me to sit around and do nothing all day for every single day.
Right. It becomes a cycle. And next thing you know, it's Thursday.
Yeah, so I've just decided, it's a little bit of a harder thing to deal with, but once that party mode is done, then I just go right back into normal mode.
Yeah.
Like slowly, but I just tell myself like you got to do it, otherwise you're gonna feel like crap.
Right. I think that what you're trying to say is jumping back into your routine, right?
Exactly.
Right. And I think, yeah, no, I think that is exactly it, right? I think Gino has his whole routine in terms of getting back into his routine, right? He needs that break. He needs the Netflix, the sushi, the food. For me, I do that as well, and it's usually on Sundays. But then, usually by Monday, it's the exercise and at least the nutrients. It's really, really important. And I think what you feed into your body, your body's an operating system, and what it was missing and lacking over the weekend, it needs to be replenished. So, and I think being able to jump back into your routine, that's the most important part. And, it's interesting because I'm kind of rewriting our 6 a.m. culture document. And one of the things I added is showing up is 90% of the battle. You can do it. And I think getting back into that routine is just showing up. You got to give yourself a chance, but if you really need that extra day, do it. But ultimately, Tuesday's still going to come. You're still going to have to jump back into it. So,
you can't take Mondays off.
Yeah.
No,
like I said, I think it's a lot of it depends on the person themselves. Like with Gino, it totally works for taking that full break. For me, it's just I've learned that I need to just jump right back into it. And do whatever. And everyone just kind of needs to know their own bodies and their own selves.
And for me, I could use that extra day, man. I don't mind jumping back. I'll be sad on Tuesday.
Sunday.
I know. I mean, lately, I was explaining who I was in my 20s and in my early 30s, if you will. But now it's, understanding that showing up is 90% of the battle. So, that is part of the first step in jumping back into your routine after bending and all that. It sucks, but we all made the choice. And so you got to suck it up. Deal with it.
But I do have something that works across the board for everyone. Cold coconut water the next day. That changes everything. Mark my words. Someone told me that I had a gig in Toronto, and they told me to do that the next day after my gig. Changed my life.
Yeah. We need to get a coconut water sponsor after you just now drink cocoa water. Then safely with it. All right. Well, thank you so much for all your inputs. And for those of you that are watching this YouTube series, be sure to comment. We'd love to hear how you recover. I know there's multitudes of different ways of how you get back into your own routine. So we love to hear from you. Feel free to drop in the comments and check out the links to enroll into our master courses and to follow us on social media. All right. Until next time, Artist Matt, Faculty of Electronic Music. Peace.